Hello, everybody. It is tea time with Dr. Otoya, and we're going to get a little bit of dose of true sermon today. So, I have been pushing off this for a very long time. I have been wanting to talk about relationships, and it seems like every time I get ready to really record it or talk about it, everybody I know is going through relationship issues. And I'm like, oh, if I record this, then they're going to think I'm talking about them. And then it occurred to me today, you talk to 15, 20 people a day, and most of those people are dealing with relationship issues. So it's not just one person. Because I talk to so many people, I'm able to stand here and say, okay, I can see the common theme in all of this. And then I can look back in my past relationships and see those common things that used to happen in relationships because we were never taught certain things of how we should be in relationships. So today, this might be a little long, but I'm going to really drop some knowledge in regards to before you get into relationships. And this doesn't just mean somebody you're dating. I mean, a lot of this does, but just friendships, period. So, first and foremost, interview people. Like, if you feel you get interviewed for a job, you would interview people to come work for your business. Why would you not interview people as far as being your friends or being in a relationship with them? Why do you value your workplace and your career more than you do your relationships in your life? So when I mean interviewing, I don't mean sit there with a big piece of paper and just like, oh, and don't have this little checkbox where because the outside of what you see, they're checking, but you don't really know the inside of what's going on. Okay, yes, I understand. You have a certain look of somebody that you want. Okay, cool. And there's certain things that you can catch immediately. I get that. But I'm talking about deep things. So one thing I recommend people asking is like, hey, what was your relationship like with your parents? What was your childhood like? If they talk about how they've been abandoned and this person was an alcoholic in their family or they felt like this, then ask them, well, what steps have you taken to heal from that? And if they say they haven't, then when they abandon you and treat you the same way that they said they learned how to be treated as a child, and then all the relationships thereafter has always been where someone left them, then guess who's going to be the next person in line? You. If people haven't addressed their issues, including you, if you haven't addressed your issues, what do you think happens? Let me give you a quick scenario of what ends up happening. So, what ends up happening is the people that did have abandonment issues or the individuals that felt like they had to take care of everybody, those people are going to naturally attract people that want to be taken care of. And then what happens is you give all this energy that they need to be happy, and you get nothing in return. And the reason you get nothing in return is because in your mind you're like, well, I'm giving this all to them, but you're not giving that stuff to yourself. If you don't show yourself love, and if you can't trust yourself, and if you're not compassionate with yourself, if you're not at peace with yourself, and you're giving what you think is all that to somebody, who's giving it back to you? Because they've already told you they don't know how to, and they've not put in the work to get that taken care of. So you're just going to keep this vicious loop going on. Trust people when you first meet them and what they tell you. Ask the right questions. Now, I'm saying all that to say that people can change. People can change. I've seen it. I've experienced. People can change if they want to, but it takes work to change. It takes work for us to let go of all the stuff that we've learned our entire life. It takes work. And so when you're starting to date these people, ask in depth, because what you hear, if they haven't worked on getting themselves right, ask them, do you love yourself? Do you trust yourself? What do you do to show yourself self-love? Like, dig in and ask the deep questions. Who cares if they got a ton of money and they're running around and they're throwing money at you? Who cares if they have a certain look and everything about their look is what's attracted to you? Understand your energy. I love when people say, yeah, I'm a good judge of energy. Not if your energy is broken. No, your energy is not good. You're attracting people that's in your same energy. So you look at everybody else and say, oh, yeah, no. If you are good with your energy and you're on that healing energy, then you're going to attract people that are in the same process of healing and good. But if your energy is over here in the escape route where I'm escaping my emotions and my feelings and da 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 da, and I have this void in me and I'm looking for happiness because I don't know how to love myself and I don't know how to trust myself and I don't feel worthy. If that's your energy because you keep running from your past, then you're going to attract the same type of people. That's why their energy seems good to you, because they're in the same energy boat. And where do you think you're going to go on that boat? Nowhere except keep going in that same cycle. So if you're going to use the terminology of energy and I know what I attract, know who you are first, because those are the people you're attracting. And it took me a very, very long time to learn that. A very long time. And still I stand back because there's people that I'm thinking to myself, this relationship would never go anywhere. It's gone. Because our energy's changed. And it's different. But there's still love there. I can still love you from a distance. That don't mean that I'm always around you. But dig into these relationships and understand them. Ask them the hard questions. What does trust look like to you? And then you tell them what trust looks like to you. Because if y'all dig down deep, y'all's definition of trust might not look the same. That may be a no-go. Because you need to know what's most important to you. Like for me, what I trust me. And I trust that when I make decisions, that I trust that I made it on the best information I knew how. And I trust that if I say I'm going to do something for me or for anyone else, I'm going to do that. But what I do trust is I trust that each person is going to be who they are. That's what I trust. So nobody can violate my trust because you told me who you are and I trust that you're going to be that. And if you're not that, then that's you. But I'm going to trust who you are, that you're going to do whatever makes you happy, whatever that is. That's what I trust. Because I can't put all my trust in you that you're going to do everything that I want you to do. And that is where we start having relationship issues. I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell people how they live their life. I can't. They're the people that have to put into action. I can give guidance, but I'm not the person that does the action. So for me and my relationships, that's what's important to me, that people are going to be who they want to be. And that's what I trust. Do what makes you happy, whatever that is. And don't worry about how it affects me. Do the things that make you happy. And when you start to trust in yourself, to know that you can identify the people that you want, and those people have the same values that you do, they have the same dreams and aspirations, you start to attract that. But before you can attract, you need to understand you. But most importantly, make sure you understand and you're asking those deep, hard questions with people you're bringing into your life. Because understand, you're bringing that energy into your life. And if abandonment is swirling around y'all, then what do you think is going to happen? Abandonment. Somebody's going to be abandoned. Somebody's going to feel abandoned. And 9 times out of 10, every relationship that I have witnessed, and pretty much most of the relationships that I've been into, we both walked away feeling abandoned in our viewpoint. Every time. And it's because none of us were addressing the abandonment issue. We're thinking, oh, well, we both understand each other because your father wasn't around, my father wasn't around. Oh, okay. Hello. None of us had healed from that. So it's important. Like, dig in and ask those questions. Know who you're getting in relationships with. At the soul level, not what I let you see. Actions speak loud. Words speak loud. Words and actions together is exactly what you need to see. So yeah, that's my truth soundboard today. And I love you all. And I hope y'all find some magical relationships that fulfill you. But fulfill yourself first. Allow you what is overflowing in you. When people talk about abundance, they want to overflow in all aspects of their life, but they want to fill up everybody else's cup to overflow. But overflow in you, and let whatever overflows out of you roll down into the people that need it. But you have to be full first. So, love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.